Hello. The story today comes from China, from a province called Gansu. And it's about two little children. Now I'm going to show you two little Chinese children. Whoa, here we go. Alright, now their names are Jing Jing and Zhong Zhong. Okay, now they lived with their grandma and their grandpa. Alright? Yes? Okay, now we're going to start the story. The old farmer leaned heavily on his stick. He pulled his blue cap firmly down on his head with his free hand, and he gazed towards the distant mountains, which stood dark and black against the yellow sky. Old Wang Shang's gaze then came to rest on his land. It was dry and parched. He had carefully turned the soil with the help of his old ox and the plough before the spring festival. He'd sown the seeds at the usual time, but there was no sign of the little green shoots appearing, just a dry and dusty field. His old eyes glanced over his neighbour's fields. They were dry and dusty too. Then his gaze came to rest on the apricot trees, which by now should have been sending out little leaves of green. But they stood dark and twisted against the yellow sky. Their branches were black and bare. Wang Shangsu sighed a very deep sigh as he looked over the land. "Oh, Shandy," he whispered to the yellow sky, "why have you not sent the snow angel to visit this winter? Without her help, everything will die. The earth is dry and dusty, the grass is sleeping in the earth, and so are the seeds that I planted. Oh, Shandy, what are you going to do about this? See, without the help of the snow angel who you send every year, the trees are not clothed with sparkling white blossoms, as delicate as a spider's web. The village is starving. It's so cold and we're so hungry. My little grandchildren, Zhong Zhong and Jing Jing, like to play in the snow. Don't you like children to play with the snow angel, Shandy?" A tear slid down the old man's cheek. "Oh, Shandy, please, please send the snow angel. Please send her to visit us and save us from starvation. Only you can help us," he pleaded. Wang Shangsu buttoned his blue padded jacket a little tighter, and turning, he started to make his way back to the village, where his grandchildren were waiting for him. As he stumbled down the dry, stony path, his eyes blinded by tears, a tiny little snowflake fell from the yellow sky and gently kissed his cheek with a wet kiss before falling to the ground and melting away into the dry earth. But Wang Shangsu did not notice the gentle kiss of the snow angel. He just brushed the tears from his eyes with his wrinkled old hand and sighed another deep, deep sigh. Zhong Zhong and Jing Jing saw their grandfather coming down the path from the fields, and they ran to meet him. Yeah, they shouted. "Did you see the snow angel? Is she coming to play with us?" Wang Shangsu shook his head sadly. "No, my little ones, I saw no sign of the snow angel. I do not think Shandy is going to send her to us this year." "But yeah, if Shandy does not send the snow angel, we will have no food," exclaimed Zhong Zhong, his dark brown eyes looking anxiously into his grandfather's face. "And yeah, piped up Jing Jing, we won't be able to play in the snow if the snow angel does not come. I love to see all the pretty things the snow angel does with the trees and the houses. I love to lie in the snow and move my arms and legs and make snow children for her. Why hasn't she come this year, my Yaya? Why hasn't she come? Asked the little girl, slipping her small hand into her grandfather's old and wrinkled palm. I don't know, my little one. I don't know, replied the old man, with a little sob in his voice. Maybe Shandy is not pleased with us. Maybe that is why he has not sent the snow angel to us this year. Come, children, called Nai from the door of the house. Your supper is waiting for you. Nai, Year did not see the snow angel out in the fields. He thinks that Shandy will not send the snow angel this year, said Jing. Nai looked at Year and she said softly, perhaps the snow angel will come tonight when you're sleeping. Do you think so, Nai? Chorused the children. Do you really think so? Well, you'll just have to wait until morning to find out, their grandmother replied kindly. Who knows? Shandy might send the angel tonight. It's very cold outside, just the sort of cold the snow angel likes. Maybe she will come after all. Wang Shangsu shook his head sadly at his wife, as if to say, do not build up the hopes of the children. Don't build them up in their hearts, nor in mine either. Nai just smiled a secret little smile and said softly, wait and see. Shandy is good, and when he sends heaven's freezing tears, he will also send the snow angel to cleanse the hearts of men with the beauty and magnificence of the snow. Again she looked at her husband with a secret little smile playing around her lips. She could see in his tired old eyes a spark of hope. I prayed to Shandy to send the snow angel, he whispered. Out there in the cold fields, I prayed for the snow angel to come. I can see the kiss of the snow angel on your cap, replied his wife, her dark eyes sparkling. And just now I saw the angel kiss Jing's hair. She will come, my husband. She will come. Your prayers will be answered. But come inside, all of you. The noodles and beef are ready. The children were almost too excited to sleep that night. They were sure their grandmother was right. Shandy had told the snow angel to come and help them. The snow angel did come. That night she flew down to China. Her tears turning into snowflakes covered the ground, the trees, the little houses with curly roofs, the temples, the mosques, the churches, and even the great black mountains with a soft, thick blanket of snow. The other angels in heaven cried because of the sacrifice their friend was making, and their tears joined with hers to make the snow even thicker. Then the snow angel tore up her beautiful angel dress into many little pieces and scattered it over the surface of the white blanket of snow that lay thick on the ground. Finally she tore out the feathers of her wings and laid them gently on the fields. She knew that she would not return to heaven when the snow melted, but by giving the earth the gift of her life, she would give life to the village. Finally, the snow angel curled up under an old apricot tree, under the blanket of snow, and fell asleep. Her work was done. In the morning, the villagers woke up to a glistening new world of white. The children were very happy and rushed around playing in the snow, making snowmen, playing snowballs, lying down in the snow and making snow children, and pulling old wooden sleds behind them. Oh, thank you, Shandy, they shouted, for sending the snow angel. The snow angel lay quietly sleeping under the old apricot tree until one day the children woke up to bright sunshine streaming in through the doorway of their house. All that day the sun shone brightly and the snow began to melt. Soon the streams began to flow with ice-cold water. The snow slid off the roofs and the trees, and soon there were patches of green appearing through the melting snow. Then there was no snow, only a muddy pile of snow under the old apricot tree where the snow angel lay sleeping. Jing Jing and Jung Jung stood close to the place where the snow angel lay, and tears ran down their cheeks. They were sad to see the snow angel disappear. "Don't worry," said Nai Nai. "I'm sure that Shandy will send another snow angel next year to help us. Let us thank him for sending this angel with the hope and promise of a good harvest, for without her sacrifice we would not have food this year." "Thank you, Snow Angel," said the children. "Thank you for coming to save the village from starving. Thank you for helping us and giving us so much fun. Because of you, the garden will grow, and the trees will have blossoms and later apricots. Thank you, Snow Angel, for being willing to come and leave your home forever." Soon the mound of snow that the Snow Angel lay sleeping under melted away into the ground, and the Snow Angel was no more. But the old apricot tree that had sheltered the Snow Angel and watched over her while she slept grew even stronger. And when the spring came, her blossoms were more beautiful than any other tree in the orchard, and her apricots were the sweetest apricots that the villagers had ever tasted. 再见。